We're live.
Welcome to the Scale Builders Guild.
And Harley Designs. Week 92.
92.
There you go. Did I forget that we were having Moose Jaw on tonight? I saw that in your title. And I was like, oh yeah, I think we discussed that and I forgot.
Yeah, I think it was supposed to be the first week of every month, and now we've decided to make it whatever this week is.
No, it's always the first week. We'll just, if we change it to the third week, it'll become the first week because it'll get delayed until.
Is this the first week in December?
This is the third Wednesday.
I think what we do is we'll just say it's always the first time we remember to do it.
Yeah, it's always the first time in a month that we remember. Never twice.
I presume he's ready. I think he mentioned that he is ready. So welcome everyone to the show. Hope you're having a great week. Check in. Let us know where you're watching from. And what RC related thing you put on your wish list.
I'll allow that one. Yes.
Thank you.
And a non-RC related thing. Is it a Blue Origin model?
Maybe. Was that a model or was that a marital aid?
A bob?
A sensual appliance.
Yeah. It's your battery operated boyfriend. That's
I don't want to think about Jeff Bezos at all. Ever. In any way. How are you doing there, Josh? We haven't spoken much.
No, we have not. It's been busy, I guess. Yeah.
So it's like you playing with that new machine yet?
Partially that. I did watch your stream last night from the office.
Did you then?
Yeah, because I was there late, and today I said I cannot stay late. So
I've got a very important internet show to do.
Listen, I've got an appointment. I call this an appointment. So
there's easily 200 people waiting.
So, I'm aware of what you're asking me to do here, but there's only so much I can help you with.
I had a meeting with a lawyer today about some upcoming work related stuff. And there's a clause in the contract that we're looking at signing, and it's like it said you must devote 100% of your effort and time to this endeavor. And I was like, amend that.
Yeah, amend that. Take that out.
Take most of those words out.
Yeah.
I like you. I like work a lot, but
I don't know if you've heard about this, but Scale Nationals is coming, and
there's a limited amount of time to get this ready to go. And this is not. I don't think they'll allow you to run it like this.
Can we talk about the popularity of ticket sales this year for Scale Nationals?
Can we talk about how many people I know that are very disappointed they won't be going to Scale Nationals?
I know. But that has not been the case for Scale Nationals in a while, I don't think.
I think people might be itching to do stuff.
I think there is that. I think that, this is an East Coast event, which is not as common.
No.
And there's still a lot of people on the East Coast that are willing to drive. So
14 hours.
Yeah. So, it's like every once in a while that obviously the West Coast gets a huge chunk of big events because of the higher population of people participating out in these parts. I'm just, sold out in minutes.
7 minutes.
Yeah, that's the number of minutes. And, wow, impressive.
But hold on though. How many people did they cap it at for each class?
Unaware of that. Details. Don't worry about that.
12 people.
Get on the hype train, Matt.
Oh, sorry. Oops. Yeah, there's easily 1,000 people per class. This is going to go on for weeks.
No Costco wine tonight? Nope, I'm drinking an espresso. I had a
It's one of those days.
quadruple espresso earlier today. I had a
Oh my
soy
God.
latte this morning, and then I'm having a double espresso now.
I was up till 2:30 last night working because I've got
Ooh.
a deadline on Friday, and it's one of these cuts that is going to be very subjective. So I've got to have options to
Yeah,
try things,
yeah.
and just kind of like hammering on that. So uh, yeah, sticking 2 live streams in the middle of the week,
You know,
no
gets in,
biggie.
gets in there. Flannel shirt, soy boy coffee, hipster. Jesse.
Yeah, even I don't drink soy. I drink oat milk.
Oh, that's the worst one.
No,
It's
oat
like
milk is the
oatmeal
best one.
water. Whoa,
Yeah, exactly. That's fantastic.
God,
It's like
it's
drinking
disgusting.
cereal water in your coffee.
Disgusting.
Brian Sherwood just said, Matt, I'll buy your class 2 ticket when the border closes again. Don't jinx it, Brian.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So I am very excited about that. I still have some plans to do. Matt and I are going to kick off our Road to the Scale National series after the new year.
I
January
officially started it already.
January 1st at 12:01. The first videos will go up, and then
Yep, that's what I'm doing on New Year's Eve.
there will be daily updates until the event.
Oh
So.
my God. That's a surefire way to make sure I'm not ready for any of the event.
I know.
We're doing videos every day.
Yeah, exactly. So
4-hour live streams of me just going. Get my tongue going.
no talking. It's just you're wearing headphones, listening to something else, just singing Mariah Carey.
There's a lot of what?
I don't want
What?
love for Christmas.
What?
You're still singing Christmas music after Christmas just because it's still stuck.
Yeah. I'm excited though. I am. Like I said, 1 truck, 2 classes.
I'm considering this. I'm considering getting on your train there because
I'm full of good ideas.
Couldn't agree less. More so because I'm going to dive into a class 1 project more than I should for a class 1. And we'll get into more of that later, I think. But I have started the mock-up of my class 1 by 3D printing the rough shape of the body, mainly for size.
Roof shape?
Rough shape.
Oh, rough.
Rough, as in like a draft.
But when you say roof, you say the same thing. So I was just, was confused.
What did I do with the grill to this? I don't know. But anyway, CJ7 front.
He wants to jump on your caboose.
Commando
CJ7 and a Commando, eh?
Yes.
I think they make that.
There is a version of exactly like this, owned by somebody that I know personally. So, boom, roasted. So anyway, I printed this for width right now. Right now it is a little bit too narrow, so I'll start to widen. Well, I may not.
Yeah, I know what you're doing.
You don't know what I'm doing. Don't.
That looks pretty narrow. And don't go. Don't worry about it. I'm just gonna put those stupid looking plastic fender flares on it.
I might fancy it up a little bit.
You're gonna paint them.
Nope. I might mold my own.
Oh, brother.
You
know what? You just keep wasting time on things that don't make any sense for this.
That's not true.
Just get it done. Get a good competition. Wait a minute. Who am I even? Is this me?
Yeah. You worry about the competition side, and I'll start worrying about the details. Because
something's wrong. Something is not right.
I know. What an absolute flip in the conversation we just had.
Yeah, I was like, Next thing you know, I'll be
Oh my god.
running a Lexan body with a
Yeah.
foam interior.
2022 is going to be completely effed at this point. I'm like, listen, I'm going to spend a lot of time on these details that's unneeded. And I really need to change out this softbox because it's flickering, and that's a bad sign. But yeah,
You know,
so
most people just go for like a 3D printed cooler, but no, I went resin because detail.
yeah,
Josh,
in the end, there is probably not going to be any 3D printed, though maybe a little bit, but very little on the body. I have very, very high hopes of what I plan to do for body. So yeah,
crab and fibra.
crab and fibra, yeah, Farbenkyber, and even there's some possibility for some other materials. But I'm not going to run a 3D printed body. This was just because I printed this in
Just
3 sections,
Proof of concept, Josh. Proof of
just
concept.
for width. Yep.
Yeah.
And once I can get it defined, bust it all apart in CAD, and I can.
Yeah.
18
Travis
hours to
Gilmore.
print this.
That's nothing. Travis Gilmore said, wasting time. Have you met either of you? 90% of my builds are me just staring at things.
We should do a whole live stream of that. Us just staring at our.
And it's also just like repositioning it.
Oh, let me tell you,
Just a little bit.
I built a chassis up here, and I've done a lot of this so far. Looking at it, and it's like I look at it like this, and then I go like that, and then this, and then that. Like, I'm like, oh,
100%.
what?
Yeah.
But-
Sometimes it's just about adjusting where that front axle sits. You're like,
Oh, exactly. So at this point, I have got all the models for the VS410 chassis, and then I got all of the models for the new F10 axles and the suspension and geometry, so that I can then bring all of that in, and I'm just going to do it all in CAD. Like,
it's so nerdy. I'm just going to do it by feel. Rob DeLeon, thank you very much. In memory of my RC brother Mike 9 from Oregon. Sorry to hear that. Sorry for your loss, Rob.
cheers.
Cheers. Yeah, cheers.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a lot. I'm looking forward to it though. This is the first time I've ever done, well, kind of. Yeah, this is true and untrue, but the first time I tried to do it like a body structure. I've done body panels.
David Ferris said Josh broke Matt.
I know.
Small factory. He goes, Matt, in parentheses, Matt invests in brass.
Coming up next on the Comp Stance channel, concentration looks. Ooh, I like it.
It's good. Good.
At Brian Sherwood at the Nationals, is they're judging for pretty trucks. There is a con course generally the day before competition starts.
That's generally what I go for.
Right. Yeah. Brett,
Maybe
Brazen
not
Scale,
this year.
got an Airbnb for Nationals. There's an extra bet. Thank you, Brett. I think a number of us, the mods who are attending, and Matt and I, we're gonna get a Airbnb. So maybe we'll find out where you're gonna be and
Trash that place.
yeah, exactly. See if what the areas are like. Matt and I require security, so there's 2 extra people that follow us each.
I asked Rebecca if she wanted to come, and for some reason she said no.
Nicole will be attending. She is excited. She is saying herself, she goes, I'm coming to that one. I was just like, well, it's going to be more expensive if I bring you. So, Steve D says, #CompStare.
That's good.
That's perfect.
Hello, Logan, sometimes known as Ding Dong. I just got my first G-Speed today, V3 Carbon going on AR45 straight axles. Nice. That's a good choice. What have I got here? This is the old TGH Holmes Sherpa Expert.
I'm
not an expert.
You had talked again. You had said your plans were to run a class 2 in class 3 as well, with a possible swapping out the rear axle for a rear steer setup.
That's
I'm
correct.
highly considering the same.
Yes.
Which means that
Same chassis too?
What's up?
Same chassis?
No, just the same. I'm thinking of using my Class 2 in Class 3.
I see.
Gonna have to.
Because you already have a truck done.
Yeah, but I say that meaning then it will give me time that I can do a bunch of stuff to that truck. So, like, take that finished truck that's ready for a class and then be like, well, I'm going to run this in 2 classes, so I have time to really redo this.
Take that finished truck.
Take that progress.
You guys are the odd couple of RC, Felix and Oscar. Yes, I do remember that show. I'm old enough.
I have seen parody of it.
Josh wearing flannel, Matt worrying about the points. Is this backwards day?
Yeah, I am excited. I am
super excited. It's going to be really fun to
yeah
compete and cross a border and drive for hours and
mail call. I do have mail call today.
Oh man, so do I. It's been a crazy week for mail call.
I don't have a bunch, but
all right, well,
I've got enough things to discuss for sure. Button up that flannel. Yeah, we're gonna really throw things off. No, I had this on because it was cold here today. I mean,
hi Dave.
Hi Dave.
Sorry.
So it was cold here, and I was like, it's in the 40s. Oh, I had my scale crawler fab shop on.
Wow, 40s. Hey, cool. That's a shirt I don't have.
It's a nice shirt.
What's I'm missing? I missed a whole bunch of stuff. Stance looks. You should remarry Rebecca at Nationals. Didn't somebody get married at Scale Nats last time? Or no, somebody got married at Axial Fest.
Yes.
Right.
But they got married at the Indiana one instead of the California one. I don't know.
Nope.
Yeah. It's like getting married by Elvis, but not in Vegas.
Right. Yeah.
Topeka. Yeah, in Topeka.
Next challenge, Class 3 made from a TF2 using primarily RC four-wheel drive parts. Pass.
Yeah, that sounds like. I mean, that's a challenge. That is a challenge.
Yup. It's bad.
Yeah, I would do that somewhere more local where I didn't waste a lot of time going to an event to only make it 4 feet. Like if I was competing in my backyard, I would.
Yeah, if you were holding Scale Nationals and you were the only one invited, you'd still DNF it.
Yeah. No one won this class.
Well, there went any opportunity to review any RC four-wheel drive products in the future. Oh, well.
They know. Oh, but yeah, like they
don't
know.
watch this show anyway.
I mean, if they would, they'd be like, yeah, that's about right.
Oh, ouch. Brutal.
Speaking of scale news.
Speaking of scale news?
Yeah, it's called a segue, Matt. Follow along. In the scale news, I talked about that new brand that I saw, TWS.
Speaking of segues.
Yeah. Anyway, the one that it looked very much like a MST.
MST, yeah.
Anyway,
well, those are mostly the same letters.
It's just like
it looks down.
I know. Anyway, I got a message Tuesday. I didn't see it till today from one of the owners of that brand, and I got another message with a bunch of backstory about it. Previous designer of MST.
Wow.
So I'm like, and design styles often very come. So I think I'll have one of those before too long.
Cool.
Give it a look. See.
Let me know how that planetary transmission works out for you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have but GeoTracker body. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I like GeoTrackers.
Wrapped graphics, thanks for the Australian dollar reduce. Because the new dipping setup cost me far more than I was planning on spending, this is all I shouldn't be spending on donations. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Some hydro dippage.
It sounds like a long way for me to send something to get dipped, though. So
Right. Geo class 3. I don't think that would work as well.
the body would work fine.
Yeah. Fastest way to get attention in this market, use a weird body. Alex, that is correct. Should we jump into a little bit of mail call? You want to go first? You want me to?
I got lots of stuff, so I can definitely go first.
Okay. We'll split yours in half then. I don't have that much stuff.
So first things first. Das ist not eine Booby. Das ist ein Kugelwagen.
Aha. Did you say this is not a boob?
Yeah, there's a Simpsons episode where
No.
I think somebody very evil from the past goes, Das ist not eine Booby. It's when Grandpa Simpson's dressed up as a woman and one of the oranges he's using in his bra.
Oh, I see. Is that Stan Lee driving it?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
sure is. He fits in there really well. I mean, it is 12th scale. He's a 12th scale man. So, yeah. FMS sent this my way. You've probably seen reviews of it already, so you know that it is not the best RC car in the whole world.
Yes. Yes.
But it's a very nice looking RC model.
Much agreed.
It's got portal axles, but don't let that make you think it's good.
Hey, yeah. I discussed my driving. What would you call it? Whatever.
Experience?
In my driving experience with the FMSs from last weekend or weekend before last, and it's very frustrating.
Yeah.
But
torsion suspension in the rear,
I think
and
that's scale.
That is scale accurate. Yes. Lots of nice little bits, like there's a motor in there and stuff. When you turn the wheels, there's a fan in there that spins too. Cute. Yeah. But I'm gonna do a little video on it, but I think rather than a traditional review, I think I'm just gonna weather it in the video.
Yeah.
Do something different.
This is made more to look like this rather than to drive.
Yeah, because I mean, RC Driver did a great review on it, and he's like, flat, sandy conditions might be
that is
the
going to
best.
sound a lot like when I put up this video on these FMSs.
Right. Okay. So that's the first thing I got. You want to go next?
Sure. I mean, do you have a lot of stuff? You should just do like half of it because I don't have that much.
I do. Okay. All right. So then, speaking of segues, I got one of these today.
Yep.
And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Something's not right with this one, though.
What is that?
Well, the quality control was not great at the factory that day because my roll cage is missing the bottom portion of the
Is a little undershot on the mold, or is it broken?
It's undershot. Yeah.
They needed to put the pressure up on that mold, huh?
I was like, fiddle-dee-dee, that will require some metal work. So I'll be fixing that at some point. And yeah, I mean, again, it's a very nicely detailed model. Did yours come with this metal emblem on the hood?
I don't remember. It's in the other room. I'd have to look. I can't remember.
Okay.
So yeah,
is that where that goes? I've never seen that. I don't know.
I can't.
I feel like it's supposed to go somewhere else. But anyway, nice looking model, 6 scale Jimny.
Yeah, mine came with 2 left mirrors. I was like, trying to figure out how to put the other one on. I'm like, no, this is just 2 lefts.
Yeah, with that roll bar, Checkered Past just goes, your driver might need a helmet.
Or just an extra gun in one of his holsters, like
He's
protection.
got double
for protection.
holsters. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
just saying.
protection, of course. Yes, I know there are some things you can do to these.
Is there?
I mean, ever so slightly. You can do like a spring over instead of spring under, like it has.
Okay.
Give yourself a little bit of travel. I don't know. Well, I'll see. I'll
I'll
see
tell
if
you
it's
what.
worth doing
In my
anything.
driving experience, you could use that front bumper as a plow for your driveway.
Hmm.
So
It is quite low,
it is very, very low. It was very
and
hard to drive it on anything.
a running video in the snow without a top might look. Logan goes, two left mirrors can make a right.
Yeah. Mike J
But
had a
yeah,
similar comment.
I will definitely do a weathering video on at least the Kubel wagon because
Yeah.
I think that deserves a little bit of attention. It's too perfect as it is right now. It could definitely stand to be weathered a lot bit.
Yeah.
To cool.
The 12 scale Jimny that I have, the one that you have as well,
Yeah, this guy,
it
right?
it has like a nice low speed throttle resolution. You know?
Yes, this actually this is a pretty decent small scale crawler.
Oh no, it's terrible to drive.
No, no,
But
no, 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 no. In comparison to these,
sure,
it's
agreed.
better than those. It's better than
I'll
the
say that.
Kubel wagon and the Jimny.
It's kind of smooth. The 1/6 scale Jimny has the resolution of an original Atari. Like it's
On off,
it's
on off,
and it's just like
on
I was
off.
like, oh my, it was just
Yeah, I've seen that in other videos too. So I think it's one of these trucks that I think um, has potential for a little bit more than as it comes. I don't think it'll ever be anything more than a nicely detailed scale model. Um, but yeah, we'll figure that out.
yeah.
Have some fun. Brian Sherwood, thanks for that down payment for your Class 2 ticket. uh,
Oh my god. The yeah, I don't know. They're very interesting. I'm gonna finish the video. I did a pre-video and then I drove them and I went, all right, this is gonna be an
I
interesting.
need to go back and revise some things I said earlier on.
I need to follow back up on this.
I mean, it looks very cool. I'm not gonna lie. They're both great looking models,
Yes.
and it reminds me of Ocean's 13 when they're firing all the servers because they gain too much weight, and they're like, that doesn't seem right. And he goes, well, actually, they hire them as models who serve, so we can monitor their physical appearance. It's sort of like these are models who drive as opposed to
And I think I
RC cars that are models.
right, and I think I said that in the first part of the video.
Ah,
So I think that it'll have some continuity there. I don't think I'm gonna come back and go, all right, if you watch the first half of that video, like I think that it's going to make sense. I think the part that's going to be a little interesting is that I'm going to be like, let's go do some running footage. And then the running footage is going to be like 45 seconds because I drove them and I was just like, just yeeting the controller into the back of the Jeep. And nah, I'm over this. And then I picked, because I had brought my Capper 4-wheel steer that day as well. And I was like, this is better.
Is it? I can't remember. Is that a 540 or a 550 can in the Jimny? Looks like 540.
I don't know. It's a closed end bell, super cheapy. So it's not like, torque was not the issue because
No, it was resolution on the ESC,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, on the 112 Jimny, it's a 380. No, it's even smaller than that, I think. I don't think it's a 380.
Yeah, the 112 scale, it's pretty tiny.
Yeah.
I think they label it as a 180, but I don't know that that's correct.
It's bigger than an SCX 24 motor.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Okay. So that's two things. I've still got three more.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Mine are somewhat. There's a theme here, so most of this is going to go all together, even though it's many items.
Usually people are prepared for this.
I bought all the Class 1 tire options that A-Main had. So, that they had in stock.
You fool! Why do you do this to yourself?
What do you mean?
If I was Nicole, I would lose my shit on you every time a box came.
Oh, you just.
I don't know what to get, so I bought them all.
You just wait. Actually, hold on a second.
God.
Nicole.
Oh wait, no! Don't bring her in. No, don't.
For this next one, Nicole. Just for a quick second.
Nathan, every time we get a super chat, YouTube does keep like 30%.
Stop.
It's a plane.
40-inch
wingspan plane.
No. Why? Why? Are you on? No, yeah. I don't want to talk about this right now.
It went exactly as I expected it to.
It's kind of funny.
So like
oh my God.
Ones?
No, it's like a...
Bets on when Josh gets divorced.
Idiot.
Yes!
Did you buy that?
Yeah.
She says the words, I think. It's so good. What a perfect response. Idiot.
Idiot.
When I saw that you bought that, I also thought idiot. So, not alone there. What an idiot. Grimger, thank you very much. Happy holidays. Get nogged. Thanks for another year of RC news, info, tips, and quips. You're the best. Thank you.
Grimger, thank you. The ditto to all of the things Matt read. And thank you. I would appreciate it.
He bought it because it's orange.
I did. It looks so cool. Look at that thing.
No, it doesn't. It looks like that. Do you have to construct it? Do you have to put the stuff on the wings?
I didn't really read a lot of the. I didn't really read a lot of the information.
I guarantee that you do, and you are going to foul that up so badly.
I don't know. I mean,
jeez. Anyway, if you ever wondered what $300 worth of RC tires looked like, that was that other pack. What a ding dong, honestly.
I'm just saying.
So why did you buy all of them? Like, did you buy Tusks? Are they 1.9s or 4.19?
There was some Tusks, but I should say that I bought all of the 4.19 size ones. They had like the 3.9s and all that. Look at that.
So it's empty?
What's that? It looks like that's how it's supposed to look. But it does scare me that that the big package wasn't the wings, so I'm afraid that I have to build them.
This is never going to get finished, people. It doesn't matter. Josh and Monocoat, for a guy who hates to paint.
You don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to paint Monocoat, right?
No, but you have to put it on. You're never going to finish this plane. This is going to be another thing that gets sent to me. I can feel it.
How cool that is. I'm so happy.
Oh, man. I also can't wait until you're maiden and you just freaking smash it. Bam.
Oh, you think I'll get off the ground? Thank you for being so confident. Thank you for being so confident in me.
You'll get off the ground for sure, but it'll be a disaster
hey, I'm
seconds
just saying.
after that.
Gunnerness, and thank you, sir. Sorry I'm late. Just wanted to say thank you both, Josh and Matt, and everyone else that ordered jerky. It has been our best year yet. Hey.
Wow. Congrats, Gunner. That's amazing.
It is.
I mean, last year,
buy a plane. Let's go fly.
Last year, you didn't have the company, so.
Yeah. And Mitch Edgar, thank you, sir. One skill I've learned getting into RCs is how to open my wallet. So take my money.
True enough.
Thank you,
Musha
Mitch.
said, Josh is going to simply take it to the local hobby store's airplane section and ask someone to put it together for him.
Is that an option? Do those guys do that over there?
It's not.
Find out which one of them is available.
That plane is meant to be hung on the roof. Rough.
Comes with servos and motors, a propeller.
All the things you need. If that comes to me, I'm definitely, as Big Red Bitch said, deny the package and return to sender.
Seriously, though, this whole wing situation. Oh, I bet this. These are the wings. Please be one piece. Please be one piece. Please be one piece.
This is so exciting.
Those are wings.
You lucky dog.
I'm so excited. It's all orange.
Josh, do you want to borrow my real flight simulator
Why?
so you can learn how to fly a plane?
Do they have orange planes in that?
Yes, they do.
Sure.
Sam, you have not missed anything good. Josh unboxed a plane.
Man, these are light.
Yeah, they're probably styrofoam.
No, I think that is not the case. I think it is that film
Oh, yeah, monocoat.
with
Yep.
the.
Yep.
That seems
Scale.
less durable than the foam option.
Yes. Yeah, I think that's probably why. How much was this plane?
No, don't worry about it.
Oh, God.
Nicole could be watching.
She's already furious. It's not like she can get more furious.
Oh, you.
Wasn't there something that we discussed that we were supposed to talk about Nicole that I had said?
Oh yes, there was.
What was that?
You. I was trying to come up with a thumbnail for my making an RC body.
Right. For vacuum forming.
Yeah, and you're like,
And it was
make
just
Nicole
get Nicole to vacuum.
to
Take a picture of it.
And then you said, wear a skirt. And I told her what you said, and she's like, Matt.
Hey, look, I just know how to get the views, okay? Let's be honest.
So excited.
Nicole
for this
being
plane.
on your show increases viewership dramatically.
I don't disagree.
And it is definitely because of her wit and ability to insult you. But I think it also might be because she's of the female
It is.
persuasion.
I agree.
Governor, thank you
very little
very much.
RC happens around when she's around is the thing.
How does this work?
Yeah, she's like, I don't care. Why? What?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not in
This
here
is
for
not
that.
interesting to me.
Yeah.
I'm here to read this stuff here, and that's
Yeah.
it. Gunnar Nissen, thanks very much. I'll also be sending out some care packages of our newest jerky that'll be available after the new year.
Oh, I like that.
That sounds exciting. Maybe it's reindeer. Reindeer jerky.
That's clever.
Now, here's a good quiz for you, Josh.
Uh-huh.
Ian Turbot says, ask Josh how many parts of that plane he can name without looking it up.
Okay. Let's see. Obviously, we have the wings, but we have elevators. Or wait, let's see. Elevators. Where's the aileron? Elevators in the rear. Ailerons are on the wing? Or is it the other way? It is the other way. Okay, yeah. Ailerons. There's no flaps, obviously. I know I know the aerodynamic side of it, what creates the high and low pressure, like that side of it I got. Yeah, I know where the rudder is. So I can name them. Don't make me point to exactly which ones I'm supposed to be talking about. But
It looks like that one actually has flaps and elevators.
there's two.
Ian.
There's two.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're screwed.
I'm gonna put those Holmes Hobbies 600-ounce low pros.
Just rips them right off mid-flight.
We got some Futaba A700s.
All right, what's next for me?
The Max. Wide Max V2.
It's so long it doesn't fit in the frame. That's what she said. It is it's quite big and wide, but I'm excited. I can't wait to bash.
Green shocks.
Yeah,
shocks,
green
pegs,
shocks,
lucky.
green peg. It's awesome, man. It looks great. There is an orange one.
Oh.
They also were kind enough to send along the biggest battery I own now.
Oh, well, that record will be a hard one for me.
Yeah, I know. You'll never beat that one. 67. This is the X-Max size battery.
And that's a 4S.
Yeah, and it now fits in the Max because it's longer.
Yep.
I did my research.
I know a thing or two.
I know a thing or two
about a thing
X-Maxes.
or two. Thank you, Brian Sherwood. Josh, does that wing have a dihedral? Let's see.
It does look good, doesn't it? It's a good-looking
no.
truck. The length actually helped it, I think.
Yeah, so it said it was 40 millimeters wider.
That's
but
correct.
It didn't say how much longer specifically.
No, they didn't. It's a 13.5-inch wheelbase now.
What
but
was
I
your
don't
old one?
I don't have the old one. I don't have a Max.
Oh, you had a Haas.
I have a Haas,
That's
which is much
right.
smaller.
That is right.
This thing is big. But I like it. New Sledgehammer tires. They were on the Haas. Now they're on this. But they're in a softer compound. But I can't wait. I saw someone almost bloke it. And I was like, I can't wait to do that. That looks fun. Guys, what happened?
Oh my God.
Sorry. All or None RC, thank you very much. Hey, Matt, did you see the twin hammers that I put a set of Traxxas tracks on? Still IFS, didn't change the truck at all. I did not see that, but I would like to. Send me, DM me. Slip into my DMs with pictures of your tracks. I want to see that. That's awesome.
I can't even. Speaking of tracks and videos with things with tracks, you did your What's on the Bench, but you didn't talk about the Range Rover that you got back.
True. I'm not done mail call yet. I still have more. Sorry.
Excuse me.
Yeah, the Max does look good.
You picked up 3 new cars this week.
Yes.
4 if you count the Range Rover.
Maybe more than that.
5. You got the blockhead.
Yeah, I got the blockhead. I was
good
so
call.
excited.
Good call.
Yeah, I went to my local guy, Roger at John's Hobbies, and I said, actually, I messaged him on the weekend. I said, Roger, did you order any blockheads? He said, I might have. If it comes in, do you want it? I said, yeah. And then he texted me the next day. But
they
some
look
interesting
so good.
things. Oh, it's so great. It's so great. It's like, honestly, it takes me right back to when I never had one of these. But there's a couple of interesting things that I wanted to note about this particular Tamiya release.
Yeah.
First of all, it's a polycarbonate body.
Okay.
It's pre-painted.
Oh.
Are they all pre-painted? I didn't know that this was pre-painted. I thought you had to paint it.
Does it come with the livery? Or is it just pre-painted and you have to sticker it? You have to sticker it. Okay.
It comes blue. You have to do it. But pre-cut and painted body included, which is sick. I didn't know that. So that's great for someone like you, Josh. Who's terrible at painting.
It definitely would save Joe a lot of time. He would only have to do the stickers. And it looks like there's a lot of them.
Oh, yes. Because like this whole part down here is a sticker.
Individual?
You have to put on. No, it's like one big sticker.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Well, that's harder for you because it's a big sticker.
I can do it.
But here's the other thing. Did you know that now all the Tamiya stuff is coming with Hobby Wing
Hobby Wing?
ESCs?
No. That's
Yeah.
that's an interesting change.
I did not know that. You get a 1060.
1060? Wow. It must have they must have finally does it come
They
with a
ran
Tamiya
out.
plug?
Oh, it must.
Open it.
No, I'm not actually. I don't think I'm going to open this one.
What? We have to know.
I hadn't really thought about opening it, if I'm honest. I know your head is exploding.
I have to know. They ran out of Tamiya ESCs. Did the Tamiya plugs?
No, they could have never run out of Tamiya plugs. There's no way.
I'm just saying.
All the images on the body, or on the box, I mean, would have you believe
That there's a Tamiya plug?
Tamiya plug.
All right. I would have to imagine. I mean, money was on that line.
They probably, in negotiation, they probably were like, yeah, we'll grant you, we'll do a bunch, and you can have an ESC. And they go, well, can we still have the Tamiya plug?
Yeah, like,
Because we still have a billion of them.
yeah, like we still like. Impressive.
Like, open it. Dave Zilla, who works at the other hobby shop that I frequent, a bunch of the Tamiya kits have 1060s now. He didn't say whether it's got the Tamiya plug, and he just built one. It is a Tamiya plug. There you go.
That's cool though. I mean, honestly, the 1060 is such a
Venerable ESC, I'd say.
for an OEM. Well, that's cool to see. Probably a better ESC than the Tamiya one, honestly. Like,
and finally, because we got to wrap this up, we got a lot of stuff to get to today.
a resin printer.
The new Elegoo.
You were not kidding when you said it was a big week.
Yeah. There's other stuff too, but not fit for TV.
Is it Blue Origin? Isn't it doesn't fit on the TV, or it's just
It's not mine. Yeah, but I'm really excited about that. Elegoo sent that to me this week. They're like, we saw you have a channel. They didn't like it.
Yeah.
No, they said, cool channel. Do you want to try a resin 3D printer? I said, sure do.
So I had a phone call with a non 3D printing company who
Yes.
a lot of you probably know from their other inexpensive electronics accessories that they sell on Amazon. And they messaged me and they're like, we see you 3D print. Would you be interested in doing a video call for an hour? And we will give you a Amazon gift card worth X amount. And just tell us what you like about your 3D printer and what your processes are and things like that. And I was like, sure. And I did. Quick. Went through just basic stuff. And then they're like, okay, thanks. And they sent me an Amazon gift card. And pretty decent one. I was like, oh, sweet. So
Nice.
I bought a vinyl cutter.
What do you need a vinyl cutter for?
Fabrication templates, mainly.
Okay.
Since I draw a lot of things in CAD and I like to print out templates, I don't have like a regular printer because I'm not 100. So I'm just going to print out vinyl ones so I can stick that on, and then I can cut. Like, I have like an ink
That's
printer
awesome.
here. No.
Very cool. Yeah. I'm super excited about this. Lots of people are saying
That's going to be
enjoy.
awesome
It's
for you, for
stinky,
sure.
but it's
Yeah.
fun.
So
Yeah.
I have a resin printer that I use now, not
Yeah.
here, but I have it at work. And it is messy, but the results are
Yeah, it's hard to beat the results.
for what, yeah.
Yeah, like as an example, Wes printed a bunch of stuff for the V-Dub, for the thing in resin, and he sent me sort of the raw stuff, but like, oh, that steering wheel, man.
It looks like a steering wheel for sure.
It's crazy. It's a bit sticky.
Yeah, that is one problem with the resin printers is that you've got to get an alcohol bath, and you have to really put it in there and get it cleaned off, and it can be a bit of a pain.
I bought myself a curing
chamber.
unit. Yeah.
Nice.
And I'll do
UV.
I got
Is it UV light
water,
and all that?
Yeah. I got a water or water washable resin, so you can just rinse it under running water, or put it in a water bath to rinse it off. So it's supposed to be a little bit easier. Anyway, whatever. Nice. Super fun. I was really excited about that.
Slow down.
Romero said, "When's the new house coming?"
Yeah. Slow down. Thank you, sir. Josh, thanks for the questions answered, the live feeds, and the humor along the way.
And Slow Down, thank you too. Thanks for a year of info and quite a few chuckles.
And All or None RC, thank you. I don't have Matt's DMs, so I just sent the Twin Hammers tracks to you. Oh, videos are on my page. Send it
to @scalebuildersguild.com. That's
the
best. Or Scale Builders Guild @ScaleBuildersGuild.
My phone actually blocks messages with tracks is the problem.
Blind Guy RC, thank you. It will be great to see a head-to-head with you two at Scale Nats. Good and fair-ish. Go Canada. I know you have been apart a while now. Play safe. Definitely.
I may even just short myself on some scale points. Just not because that I'll be focusing on everything else and probably not get all those boxes checked ahead of time. But
I doubt very much that you're going to beat me on scale points.
I know.
If you do, I think there has to be like a handicap involved. Or we should set up a handicap, actually.
We should. You know what? Once we're there, that'll be part of the videos there, is that we'll barter back and forth for the allowable handicap.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that'll be fun. Look forward to that. Okay, let's talk about that other thing that I got this week, because this is an interesting topic, I think.
Yeah. So you picked up. When did you bought back a build that you did previously?
Yeah, I did this Range Rover build. I want to say like 2015, maybe even earlier than that. No, 2015 is probably right. 2015 or 2016. And this was Class 2 at East Coast Scale Challenge. A couple unique things about this. It is a resin cast, rotocast body.
Oh,
this is before the JS Scale Range Rover body, right? So it's a big hunk of cast resin. So it's not light by any means.
That is wild.
It's it was originally it was molded from a one-off styrene scratch build by I'll never remember his name, but he was from Spain, and he rotocast like 6, I think, and then the cast, the mold was just junk by that point. So there's not many of these around. So when I sold it, I was like, I don't need that truck anymore. And then, of course, the gentleman who bought it from the person who bought it from me, I think it passed hands like 3 times. He's like, I have it. Do you want it back? And I was like, yes, show me pictures. And it was in pretty not great shape. So I got a decent deal on it. Here's the chassis.
Sorry, my stream kind of was acting funny, but it's back now. Oh, kind of. We'll see.
Here's the chassis. It's not anything pretty to look at.
That's an SCX chassis with
SC10 chassis, yeah, the original, with cantilever rear shocks of Twin Hammers design, actually.
Yeah, I see that. I see the green caps. So
it's got a GCM transfer case, GCM front transmission motor mount combo, which at the time was pretty much the only way to get a forward motor mount on an SCX10. And it worked pretty well. Kept the motor down fairly low. It was not competitive at all. It was like an 8 or 9 pound truck.
Even at the time, it was not competitive? Okay. Now, was that because you were not competitive at the time or the truck?
Yes. uh, it's very heavy. It's got a ton of bump steer. Like,
Oh, yeah, I see that. That's like 4 degrees, 5 degrees of bump steer.
it's on the ground. It's even worse. It just like,
So is that 4-linked with a chassis mounted servo?
yes,
Okay. Yep.
yes. It's an
Lots.
interesting choice. Maybe not the best choice. It did have a good motor, Holmes Torque Master Expert.
Nice.
With
A good one.
Torque Master ESC.
Reasonable.
Some sort of Savox servo, which I don't think is the original. And then, yeah, like I think I overdrove the front axle, but it was
Really?
just,
Even for the time, that's good.
it was just not good. It actually, this was the first truck I used a TZI winch in.
Oh, I remember those. I still have mine.
Mike Durston, now at RC Four Wheel Drive, at the time owned Super Shafty.
Uh-huh.
He was judging my run in Class 2. And I got myself wedged because it's gigantic. And I used the TZI winch to move the rock as opposed to the truck. And it was a boulder, let's be honest. You guys never seen that before.
Never. Wow.
So
wow.
Fun truck. It's definitely going to need a big rebuild. It did have a full interior. It does have a full interior. All the metal work was done by Chris Middleton, a wrencher on the Scale Build to Scale forums. Heck of a guy, very very talented with metal work. But the dashboard was made by a guy named Dreddy, who way back when was like sort of like one of the first real like skill dudes.
I remember that username.
Yeah. So yeah, pretty fun build. I'm really looking forward to getting it kind of modernized. I think I might swap to like an SCX-10-2 or maybe even a 3 if I can make that work.
Right. So I had a number of questions for you. Not so much on the build or the specific choices that you made during the day, because of the time, that kind of stuff is all whatever. Yeah. Now, do you want to talk about the numbers that you sold and then paid for it?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
You sold it in what year?
That would have been, I think I probably sold it about three years ago.
Okay.
Maybe more. 3 or 4 years ago, probably. I don't know. I had it. See, I think my numbers are wrong. It may have been as old as like 2013. I don't really remember. It's been a while. Because the last time I remember driving it was at Headquake's house when Richard came up to visit. So I don't know. That was a while ago. So let's say it was out of my house for 4 years.
Okay.
And when I think I sold it for $1,100.
Okay.
Because it was pretty uncommon, right? Like you at
Custom
the time,
hard body,
over body. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And it was in shape. Obviously, it was clean and worked.
Right.
So when I bought it back, the gentleman I bought it from, he said that he paid the same amount from the second person or third person who sold it.
Okay.
And he wasn't sold because it was in the shape that it's in now. So I don't think he did anything with it. It sort of sat for a while, and then he offered I think I got it for like $650 shipped.
Okay. A reasonable price.
Yeah, for sure. And the body, when I bought the body, I think the body was like $300.
Right, which is wild, but at the time. So, you paid a reasonable amount for it this time.
Yep.
which is interesting. What I wanted to know is like, when you got it back, did you have? Is this like you're like, this is exactly what I was expecting? Like, you remembered it that way, and were you like, I remembered this more fondly?
Well, I I only have a few photos of it, so that's sort of what I've always based my nostalgia on.
And they were good photos, probably.
They were good photos, yeah. And I was like, dang, I loved driving that truck, and I did. I did love driving it. It was such a blast because it's very heavy and it lumbers around, and you can kind of see it in video and stuff, and it looks good. I don't remember it being quite so bad in terms of like how I built it, like in
Okay.
terms of the geometry of things and some of the sort of kludgy ways in which I mounted stuff. And
Yeah.
I was like, boy, those cantilevers don't really do anything. It's like I locked out the rear suspension entirely.
It just sag. It wasn't droop suspension. It was just sag.
No, there's like no movement at all. I was like, I really set this cantilever up poorly. Dom Berlin, thank you very much. Hey, Matt and Josh, anything new going on with the SCX6s? I'm driving a lot.
Yeah, I haven't done anything new to mine right now. Honestly, it's just driving them. It's all.
Yeah, driving them. I put the Spec RC aluminum wheel fronts on and changed out my servo for 1,500 ounce-inches of torque. Less overall speed, but I'm fine with that. So yeah, I mean, it's going to require a lot of work to get it back to where I would be happy with it today, I think, in terms of the Range Rover. But I was sort of anticipating that going into it.
That makes sense. I just,
Was my memory of it better than the actual truck that I got? Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
I've ran into that before. Like, thinking about like people, like, I'll see like old builds of mine that like go somewhere else, and someone like posts them, and then someone's like, oh, and they'll tag me. They'll be like, hey, you're old, blah blah blah, here, and I'm just like, oh god, I'm like, untag me immediately. Like,
please don't show people that.
Yeah,
that's not mine. That's not mine.
Ben just said, have I ever bought back a truck? I don't think so, and I don't know that I ever would. I don't know. I'm not very sentimental about many things. And it's one of those things like, there's any truck that I've ever built, there's always something on it being like, I could have done this better. Like, even while I have it, like, I'm just like, I could do this better. I want to do this better. I'll think about doing that. And then later on, and I just, you don't get to it because there's so other many things. And it's just like,
well, that's probably why I'm so keen on this, because I know I can do it better, and I will.
Yeah, exactly.
Because, this came from an era where chassis mounted servos,
not very common.
Not very common.
SCX1 in Handbros and GCM.
Yeah, you could either get the GCM one or the Handbros RC, which I still have one of those, by the way.
The Handbros setups.
Yeah.
Those were pretty nice. What axles does that have under it?
SCX 10.
Okay, yeah. Ben is asking, would I buy back the Woods Runner? The one you have? Possibly. Like, but that's why I had another one done, so that I didn't have to. Would I buy back my original one? Absolutely not ever. Like,
right.
Because there's so many things, like, for one, as technology changes and parts availability becomes more and more, I want nothing to do with the old stuff. Like, my original one had a transfer case that was okay, but it had a front motor mount setup that was just awful. Like, awful. And it's just, so there's no way I would want anything to do with that. And just so many other little things about it that I'm just like, I would never want anything to do with it again. So as things get older and older, I want less and less to do with them.
This is an opportunity, though, for me to take a truck that I really loved and update it.
And that's
work.
That's an interesting, like, I think you and I obviously think differently. like
Understatement of 2021.
So even you said, you're like, this body, very heavy, very. What is, I guess my question is like, how much of it are you going to redo? And at that point, what was the point? Rather than, what was the point of buying it back? Rather than buying a newer body that's better constructed, likely, putting it on a better chassis, likely, with quality running gear. Or are you going to
do all of that?
You could, but then what is the point of buying the one that you just did?
Because this body is like one of 5.
Okay, but it's resin cast.
Yeah. It's better than the new one.
Is it?
It's more solid, 100%.
But is it more solid? Does that make it more strong?
Yes.
Is it?
I think so. I think this is definitely stronger than, it's taken some mighty hits.
All right. I mean, yeah. I'll give you that. Like that's the
doors don't open and the hood doesn't open, so there's less opportunity for like scale details and stuff. But I've got a lot of love for this. Sentimentality goes a long way.
Is that a word?
Not for you, but for normal.
I guess yeah. There's one that I didn't know it for a reason. But okay, so it's just the body. You paid $650 for the body.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah. And the metal work. There's a lot of metal work on the front and rear bumpers and all the other stuff. Okay. It's all stuff that, anyway. Joe Mendoza, who bought my K10, he goes, "Hey, Matt, want to buy back your K10? Just kidding. It's my favorite rig I own. I'll sell my Ripper before I sell that K10.
There you go. See?
So that's pretty nice. That's a feather in my hat. Thank you.
Rippers, there's many of them. Not a lot, and there's reasons that they are so expensive. But I totally get value, like, and just because one might be worth more to sell versus another, like, there's lots of reasons I would sell certain trucks that may be worth more over one that would be worth less. I think that's a reasonable statement for people to say. And so, would I buy back my Mattzilla Wraith build? I don't think there's any of my Mattzilla trucks I would buy back. My 1.9 Mattzilla I had fun with, but I wouldn't buy it back. Yeah, like, I honestly can't really think of the longer a truck is separated from me, the less I think I want it back even. Like, that's the other thing. And so,
to be fair, there are a lot of trucks out there that I've sold that I don't need to see again.
Oh yeah. I'm fine with that.
This one just kind of had a special place in my heart. Yes, Ryan Davis will have its own video series. I'll do a whole series on it.
Can you do it with like the VCR filter on it? Can you shoot it the old way when the camera was looking up at you and you were like leaned way back?
Let's not talk about that era. It's like that. Let me tell you a little bit about the TRX4.
let me tell you about how to build styrene.
But just looking at my face.
That was my favorite. The styrene one. Because specifically because I went back to like look at it for some information. I was just like, holy, like, what is this? Like, this man is a professional film editor for nearly a decade before he made this video. Like, and he produced this. But I've seen people make cinematic masterpieces with an iPhone.
Speaking of segues, I do have this amazing VHS filter for my iPhone, and the cool thing about it is there's like it's got the old TW for zoom and stuff, so like you can go.
And does it put the wide tight on the?
Hang on. Oh, there we go. Wait, shit. It's so hard to do backwards. There we go. See,
Yeah.
look, it's got like a digital zoom on it.
Oh my God. Cool story, Dad.
I can't wait to use this to record stuff like this because it totally looks like so old school. It's
Blind Guy RC. I'm going back to a couple that I missed during the drop fest of frames. Blind Guy RC, thank you. Play fair, Josh. Canada doesn't cheat. Never. Ish. Mostly. I know long distance is hard, but you both have made it work. Play fair.
We'll do our best.
And Logan Garwood, thank you. Lives work again. Do you collect diecast at all? I do not. I don't really collect much of anything other than massive amounts of RC
And Nicole's tears.
And Christopher Little. I have a 10.2 with no sprung weight over stock, but lots of unsprung weight. I have 1.04 pound probably axial springs to get the right articulation and my off base. As far as the 1 pound springs, it's kind of hard to say exactly. It's always kind of a feel thing. I don't know how much unsprung weight you've added, but I mean, it sounds like you're in the right ballpark at least. Sometimes the springs, not necessarily, even if without much chassis weight, sometimes you still need a little bit more just to help everything stay controlled. But you know, it's all such a how I set up my trucks versus how a lot of other people do is so different. Even when they're performance minded, not just trying to find the heaviest resin body to put on there.
Travis goes, "Hey Matt, you want to buy a bomber?" Because I sold him my bomber. No, I know what I did to that truck. Small factory. I have a junky orange truck built by a noob. Anybody want it? Because I traded with him for his 4Runner. Orange truck.
That was a pretty good looking. The orange Toyota, right?
Yeah, he did a great job on that. Yeah. I didn't have to do anything.
Gunnar Nissen, $1.99. 2 planes and a transceiver on the way. Dogfighting is a must. I have friends that will do dumb things with me anytime.
First. I would have liked to have put these lockers on the on that 4Runner, but those wheels that from Russia with love, they won't accept because they're not SLW.
The incorrect. Those locking hubs are pretty cool. I'll give you that. I mean, obviously, like you said in your stream, not necessarily for someone like me. I don't have any interest in unlocking my hubs and then locking them back for when I want to do something. But
you have basically the same feature in the Phoenix, just it's not manual, it's automatic.
Kind of, but not really. Like the unlocking hubs, it actually freewheels, the two sides from each other, which is a completely, and that feature in the Phoenix is kind of just a side effect of the functionality that it's facilitating. So
sure.
But yeah, you could really free up your drivetrain and put those on the Phoenix and unlock that, and then unlock your hubs.
Oh my God, nothing would turn.
Yeah.
Jonathan Fletcher said some nice things here. Some of those original OG SBG vids are worth their weight in gold, though. That one vid on how to get the most flex out of leaf springs, still the most solid on YouTube to this day.
I remember that as well. You're like, here's how to make this.
Here's
work.
how to make them
file this way and get rid of the rest
mod.
Of the leaf springs. And Chino was at my
Take him out.
Yeah, Chino was at my office yesterday for a while.
Oh, was he?
We went to lunch, and
could have told me. I could have said hi to him.
Yeah.
I haven't spoken to him in some time.
He was thinking about going to nationals, and then after it's not going to work out. But he sent me a text this morning. It's like, hey, I'm not going to go to nationals. If you need a class 3, let me know, because he's got one. I'm just like,
His class 3 truck is pretty good. I've seen
I
it.
specifically said, I will let you know as I get closer to the event. Just
Hey, did he come out to East Coast the same year you did?
I believe so.
Because I remember him being there. And,
he did, because I think he had screwed up his foot somehow.
Yes,
and he was
that's
limping
right. He
around
fell on a rock. Yeah.
I was remembering him dropping a rock on his foot or something, but probably fell on a rock or something.
Crawler Baller, thanks very much. Maybe you can film a Tamiya build with that VHS filter. Yes. I have so many Actually, you just helped me on my documentary on the Tamiya thing that I'm doing.
There you go.
It's going to be priceless. Now I have all the vintage footage I need.
Doug Lemoyne, thank you. Josh and Matt, happy holidays to you both. Thoughts on the Element Ecto for a noob? Love the videos. Great build for a noob, or a build. It's a RTR. Solid kit. It's gonna have decent performance, lots of clearance, a little bit longer wheelbase. So if you really want, much better than the Gatekeeper. If you're really wanting to be able to change bodies up, it's not the right one to choose, because it's a longer wheelbase than most bodies. But if you like that body, you're good with that style, roll with it. I think it's probably one of Element's best choices right now. Not huge on the trailing arm setup that they have, but it's pretty good still. It's almost not a trailing arm with how short it is, so it still works really well. It's not a big deal. So yeah.
Joe Mendoza brought up something. Did you see that Shrink RC video where he smashed the Vanquish Lexan body?
Mm-mm.
I guess it was sort of like a I hate Lexan sort of diatribe, and he just crushed one of your Lexan bodies. I think he's also run them over with a truck, because he does those mounts for all the hard bodies.
3D printed stuff?
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yep.
What's up?
Hey, Matt, from Michael Morrison here. Hey, Matt, unrelated question. I'm assembling a bomber I got used, and it's missing some parts. Where does an ESC mount? Do you think a Mamba X will fit on top of the transmission under the interior?
I put my ESC on the bomber on top of the receiver box lid.
That's what I did too.
A little bit further forward, double side tape it there. A Mamba X will fit there.
In fact, I think I had a home setup in mine and did the same thing, and actually used Josh's 3D printed hood scoop to bring some nice clean air into that.
Yeah. It's more like a dash scoop, to be specific.
Yeah.
But functional.
Yep.
Get some
for that.
Yeah. So there you go. We need to get Moose Jaw on here, right?
Oh crap! Yes, we do.
Let's do that. I will.
Telugu Mars 3.
What? Mars?
I don't think this is the Mars. I think this.
Oh, you're talking about the printer. I'm adding Moose Jaw.
Yeah, go for it. It's the MSLA. It is the Mars 3.
Is this Moose Jaw? There. Nope, that one is.
Oh, I'm so behind.
And then we need to.
Oh, Josh went away for a second there. It's happening. It's happening. It's happened.
I went away on my own for some reason.
We don't need you.
Hold, please.
Okay.
I've got two of Matt, none of me.
Yes.
That's interesting.
What do you know, Joe?
Hold,
it's
please.
cold. I know it's not Canada cold, but it is cold.
You
Currently
Californians are
89
so
degrees
soft.
Yes.
Yes.
7, 9.
I'm aware of your
Josh,
Canadian
stop
cold.
getting- That's true. You are a hockey fan.
Okay. This is a major pain in the butt right now.
Yeah, because it's me.
No, it's not you. It's him.
Is it though?
Yes.
Is it really?
Oh, there, I fixed that one. Okay.
Unbelievable, Josh. Just
Yeah,
There you
he's
go.
just. It's
I
never.
think.
It never works. Don't worry.
David Ferris said, I miss your goatee. Is he talking about me from like a million years ago?
You had a goatee.
I had a little soul patch for a while. But...
That's even better.
I have a batch too.
Why? This is very annoying.
Joe, I got to catch the music video. What? Tell us as to where that is. It's on
It's
YouTube.
not out yet. It's
Oh, it's not?
oh
Oh.
no, the thing I shared is an old thing of me, but the new band soon is coming out soon.
Okay.
We're having a guy in Brazil do this animated video. It wasn't cheap.
You find it on Fiverr? Oh, so it wasn't on Fiverr.
So I don't, but at least I don't have to show myself and try to act like a rock star.
Yes. I mean, for some people, it comes more naturally than others.
Yeah.
I'm going.
I don't know.
back for this.
Making videos.
I will have
But yeah,
this
I will
fixed.
bug everybody. Trust me.
Okay, cool. What's going on with you, Josh? What's
I'm
the problem?
working on it.
He's working on it. So,
Joe, why don't you tell everybody about your show that you do? You've got a show, don't you? Thursday nights?
Yeah, I need to be more consistent on it, and I have to remember to press go live.
That is key to the experience for everyone
A
else.
couple 15 minutes go by, and I'm like, well,
Why is nobody
that was-
commenting?
Yeah, like, this didn't seem
right. So I call it the Moose Jaw Hour because I believe that's as much attention span I could keep, or maybe that I myself have. So
Right. I mean, it's difficult to talk to yourself for more than an hour. Josh
Yeah,
seems to be really good at it.
right. I got,
I'm Crawler Baller. Thanks very much. Moose Jaw, I'm wearing that same hat right now.
yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Wearing
The
basic-
design that was so fondly stolen from me, I believe.
I don't even believe it.
Concept.
I don't even believe you anymore.
Yeah, it's like I said,
Keep saying it till-
top stance, and then that was it.
Oh, well.
And yeah, I'm trying to figure out.
There we go. Okay.
I'm learning about the show. I'm expanding ideas and such, and maybe invest better equipment. Oh my gosh, the rabbit hole. So
I
But it's
know,
fun.
right? Like
Fun.
when I first started, as you know, it was like me right up against the camera, really horrible background,
Right.
and things just escalate. You're like,
Yeah.
I need another camera. I need another camera. I need better
Yep.
lenses.
I need.
I need.
Yeah, and it's a never-ending cycle, and then you just want to upgrade once you get there, and then you want to just tweak or improve something a little here and there, and it just
Which I say that shows that you care on how you present yourself. So
That's right. Yeah, exactly. At the beginning, obviously, I didn't.
it's a process to get there, and you're trying to learn one thing, and then once you finally learn something, then you like zoom out a little bit and you see like, oh god, like that's not good, and then you fix that, and then you learn a little bit more. You're like, oh my god, it's Jimmy
Yeah.
Two Horses. Thank you. Super shout out to
Josh.
Joe and Josh for outstanding job on the tribute truck. Better because of Bruce as well. Cheers to you and your friend. So,
yeah, it was really cool to see
turned out
people
great.
react.
Great
to
job, Joe.
Yeah, it was really cool to see everybody react to Jimmy's post about it. And
Yep.
cheers to them. Cheers to them.
Cheers.
So, Moose Jaw. For those that don't know, you are Moose
yeah,
Jaw
that's me.
Joe on Instagram RC or on Instagram RC. Jesus Christ.
What is wrong?
I
with you?
don't
Wow.
know.
And
Anyway,
Instagram just for RC. That'd be awesome.
And you are also Professor Moose Jaw on this channel once a month, where you come and ask us some questions.
Yes, something like that. Yes,
I
and,
am undefeated at being defeated.
You've
I think
won
I
a
actually-
couple of these.
I won once,
You've
I
won a
think.
couple of these.
Did I win twice?
This I think is, this is actual number 8. I think, and if I remember looking at it, and I believe you're at 2.
Okay. That is a poor
5 to
record.
2. Yeah.
And Matt
Josh, do you
has-
remember how to get yours? Like your screen keeps popping in and out, like up and down in terms of size. What's the thing to stop that from happening?
Oh, the transform. God, it is the it's under transform, right? And it is the no bounds. No, that doesn't. I can't tell you.
Maximum size only.
I don't know.
So she said.
Let's try that. See if that goes. Nope, it's still doing it. Whatever.
Okay.
All right. Well, first off, let me say happy holidays before I forget.
Thank you. You
And today, I am so prepared. I printed it out.
Wow.
I know.
On print paper?
On print
Yes.
paper?
Yes, it's documented and everything. And by the way, you mentioned something about scalies in your title. Josh, I need you to respond with an email address so I can send you the mods ideas.
Roger. I thought you said you sent me an email.
But no, I was going to, but I don't have your email.
I wondered what email address you'd send it to. I was like,
I don't know. That guy at that. No, this should work. But anyways, here we go. The theme is the holiday edition of Manly Eye for the RC guy. Be a man. All right.
Oh, okay.
So
I was like, if this is fashion related, I'm screwed. But I was like, oh, okay, wait.
Well, you guys were talking about pants and everything last week, so why not? That's what I got to do. First off, starts. Well, optional. Jay Walker asked a question on Friday, and I don't know if Matt you saw it. It's not really an advantage to Josh because he didn't know how to answer it. So he was and I thought it was a great question though. So here we go. Number 1, what area of crawling will be the next problem to solve that is impractically too expensive to do today? I hope that makes sense.
Yes. Yes. So what area?
Are you talking about like a mechanical thing or something in the actual truck?
I imagine it could be any of the. It could be electrical. It could be mechanical. It could be performance or performance enhancing.
Yeah. I guess the next challenge, something that maybe they've always wanted to do, but just can't do it right now.
Right. I guess since I did have that question on Friday and I thought about it for a minute, but I did move on past it without spending much time on it because I didn't have an answer at the time. But I'll answer first.
Okay.
We're
waiting.
I know. It is a very tough one. Because it's honestly, if you had the answer to it, it would be.
This sounds like you're like stretching it out because you don't have an answer. I'm
Therefore, whence first thus must. Did you just say what? Oh, damn you!
Yeah,
cutting brakes.
That would be a kick-ass feature that isn't really out there at all.
I do think that is a great answer. However, I do think it is also a micro answer. As in, you're looking at a very specific thing. You're not looking at the big picture. You're looking at one little issue.
I am. Okay, nice try, Josh.
You're looking at one little issue.
Seem small.
I'm just
saying.
What
I'm saying is
you're looking at the little picture, not the big picture. No, he said area.
This is a small thing.
You're looking at
could
address.
Expand into a big thing.
Into what? So into
you could make it a whole other competition level. That opens things up dramatically. It could make things crazy cool.
You're gonna call it like class 2.1, or do you have like a catchy name for this class?
An asterisk.
Yeah, class 3.1. I don't know. Ozzy RC Queen, thank you. Next challenge you should do is each other's citizenship test.
Ooh.
Good idea.
Ooh,
That's a good one.
I could get you.
I think that the next one there is more advanced, like telemetry to the radios, all of the specs of a vehicle basically on there at once, very integrated, like motor temperatures, ESC temperatures, battery voltages, speed of the
Therefore,
vehicle.
so then, if that
all of the sensors that you could basically, we can
they're
pull
all
that there. Yeah, right now it's impractical because you would have to buy all of these different sensors to be able to do it. But right now that would be infeasible or very expensive, as the question stated, sir. Therefore, advanced telemetry to the radio, data logged.
None of the things you said form any sort of reasonable response.
And we're all now dumber for hearing.
Yeah, we are all now dumber for having heard it.
No.
I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Even though that is a great movie quote to a trash movie.
Oh my gosh.
I'm telling, and no, Spectrum doesn't already have it. Spectrum has a very small amount of telemetry, and then if you want more, you're looking at other like that's the whole thing. It's like right now you can get a piece of telemetry. You can't get big picture telemetry, very integrated, easily, and less expensive.
God, your internet sucks.
So I'm just,
yeah. It really does.
So that is why.
And Matt, I know you said something, but we were bombarded with so much
with reason and logic
and desperation.
All you really needed to say was a full spectrum of telemetry.
I gotcha.
For
all right.
All the features that you're used to on an RC car.
Shock position,
but instead he decided to make it the most complicated answer possible.
I'm just saying.
I said cutting brake, which is a really cool piece of mechanical engineering that would be really cool to see in an RC.
Musha, can we have you repeat the question as stated originally?
Oh, for crying out loud. Can you just stop trying to angle for a better... Like, this is only the first one of probably 8 questions.
I'm winning this week.
I don't...
I'll repeat it, but before we do that, Mr. Josh, you've been in college, right?
I have been in college.
And
for a lot of years.
You've been inside of college, right?
When you do an essay paper and your professor says 12 pages only, but you do 13, 14, 15, is that really going to help you?
I mean, you haven't heard my point yet.
I don't have time for that. I'll repeat the question just for entertainment value. What area of crawling will be the next problem to solve that is impractically too expensive to do today?
Right. Yeah.
So I think I did a pretty good job of answering the question.
Versus item is, I guess, where my clarification.
This is still an area. Cutting brake is a way of
page 16 now.
Item.
All right, let's just move on. I don't care who wins that one.
I predicted that I was thinking it's going to be a tie, but no, we're going to Matt. Short to sweet.
Bullshit.
Gave myself a check mark.
Little history, just to bug you, the Gettysburg Address. Everybody remembers that because it was 2 minutes. The guy who spoke before for 2.5 hours, I don't even know his name. So,
I bet Alex does.
Yeah,
Alex definitely knows. Brent Hefner, thank you. Enjoying Moose Jaw's new show on Thursdays.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's fun. I like it.
And CCXRC, thank you for Matt's AV team. It's not me. It's Josh's horrible internet that keeps changing the size of his
Fine
stream.
Over here. I haven't dropped any frames in a while.
It's not about you. Oh, forget it. You don't even know how the internet works. But I'll expect a 20-page essay on it.
Yes, just 20. All right. Question number 2. And this is probably maybe for what Ben and I are in for. We're just kind of curious. After an event, let's say like Scale Nationals in Alabama, you two will go out after dinner and after having a nice long day of comping and comp stancing. And at the end of dinner, which one of you is more willing to pick up the check first?
Me.
What? Have you seen my reckless abandon of spending?
Yeah, but
Do you have a plane that you don't know how to fly?
This is not okay, here's the thing though, Josh. Those are all things that you bought for yourself.
That I know will not last. This is a gift for the people. I'm going to destroy this on film for everybody else.
But as a Canadian, it goes without saying that anywhere I go to see new people or ingratiate myself on some hosts that have put me up or, in any way made it easier for me to be there, I'm more than happy to pick up the check. It's my duty as a Canadian to do that, in fact.
I think the problem becomes when Matt gets here and sees the sticker shock of the conversion rate from his play money to freedom tokens.
You know that everything I have, like any time I have money for RC stuff, it's already in PayPal in US dollars, so I don't feel any of that.
I'm just saying, I obviously have no problem with spending money on things that I will not end up having long term.
That's not
for
an
the enjoyment
argument
of others.
That doesn't make any sense.
Ben is in here. I've got a witness. Ben just says, I believe Josh has bought lunch for me twice.
That's very good.
How many times have you bought me lunch, Matt?
I will say also to Ben, remember what Steve told us at Proline by the Fire?
Steve is... That doesn't count. Steve always jokes about that because we're using the company credit card when we go. And of course, I'm not going to pay if we're going to company credit card.
Tony Mazza just said unless he has Steve's credit card.
That's different. There's a difference between company
Tony
credit.
said, Matt wins. He's Canadian.
How many times have I bought Tony lunch? It's that. At Moose Jaw, I bought you wings as well. I think this is an easy one.
No, I gave you money for it.
I did not take it. You tried.
You got it.
Maybe you did. I don't remember.
Lunch is not dinner, says YSU printmaker. It's true. Ask Richard, how many times have I picked up the check for dinner when I've gone down to visit him?
There's
like you need a witness.
What about when he came to Canada?
We didn't have dinner. And when I asked you where you were staying, you didn't get back to me in time, and then you booked a place, and I was like, oh man, you chose a bad place. I could have gotten you a much better place, much cooler. He stayed at like a Super 8 in the middle of Chinatown, and there's nothing wrong with Chinatown. It's great down there. In fact, it's across the street from my office. But there's much better hotels. Gosh. Thank you, Joe.
This is bullshit.
You know what, Joe? When I see you down at Scale Nats,
you have no idea how I'm ordering dinner when we go to. I'm ordering dinner. I'm just gonna keep looking at Matt. I'm gonna look at Matt when I order rather than the waiter. Like, yeah, I'm gonna have the.
You're not included.
Okay.
How many more do I have to win?
One more. I only have 5 questions this time. Number 3. It's the holiday season. And let's say all the RC YouTubers and the RC company representatives and even the mods, we're going to attend the end of the year holiday Christmas party. Everyone's taking part in a Secret Santa. What name do you not hope to get, but you do? And what do you end up buying that person, what Secret Santa gift do you give them this holiday season?
Okay, it's Josh. That's exactly who I wouldn't want, but I know exactly what I'm buying them, and I've already bought it. Remember that Orlando trailer that you had on the Scale News? Merry Christmas.
Do you know I got a message from A-Main on Tuesday? Being like,
What'd they say?
they said, "You want one of these trailers?" And I said, "No," with like all the O's. It went all the way across the screen. I just slept on that O and then hit enter.
It's too bad because you're still getting one.
I
Now, come on, Josh.
Okay.
This is your chance.
DJ Medic, and it is a resin scraper for his new RC truck.
Funny. It's good. He really, you know what? I don't know what's going on there. I'm not sure what happened.
I don't think anybody. What kind of area is there in Nova Scotia? Nova Scotia, right?
Oh, yeah. He's way out east now.
I'm going to give that to Josh because he went outside of our little bubble here. 2-1.
That's a pity one, but that's fine.
I was like,
It's cool. It's cool. You can have that, Josh.
Yeah.
If you don't want that trailer, let me know. Because you're still getting it.
I'm gonna mail it to you in an envelope. It's gonna fit in a regular postal envelope.
Where's my hammer?
All right. So this is now an opportunity. I always believe in opportunities. A chance for you two, because you've been so nice enough to let me ask questions and degrade each other or yourselves. So this is a chance to get back at me. All right. Almost like a roast, I guess you would say. But anyway, so here's the situation. J Concepts, they email you, and they're looking for your input on creating the new 10th scale RC called the Moose Jaw. You give them, and what would you suggest on creating a Moose Jaw?
It is a flatbed style VW van cab with let's see. Yeah, stacks are included with it. And there's
Marshall stacks or exhaust stacks.
And they're definitely going to have rather than bull horns for the front of the hood, they're going to have to mold some moose ears. Or moose, what are they?
Ears.
They're not ears. What are they?
Antlers.
Antlers. Yeah, not tusks, antlers.
Because they fall off.
They're going to go right on the hood. Just blocking vision. It's it's perfect because there is almost no hood, so it's just right there. Just final answer.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. I guess you just ended it there.
Yeah.
I'm going to go a little bit outside of the box, I think, and I'm going to call mine the White Russian.
They already know the name of it. He already said.
Yeah. No, I know, but it's the Moose Jaw White Russian edition.
Okay.
And it's actually just it's a monster truck body, and it's got the arms sticking out the front because it's the dude from The Big Lebowski, and it's got hair, like a hair accessory. So like when the monster truck's flying through the air, it looks like he's flying from the scene when he's having the dream.
Oh, okay.
White Russian.
Whew. That's a little tough.
Due to bias.
I'm thinking Josh because he was actually trying to roast me a little bit more. I love the dude. I love Volkswagens. I don't know about Ailers and visioning my vision. I'm going to say Josh.
That's fine. Stupid answer, but whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
A
it wasn't
monster
quite-
truck body? You went with a monster truck?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, G. Martin just helped me out. The big LeBounce key. Good.
Maybe
Uh,
exclusive.
So it's not a roast, but it's a good idea. Now I want one of those. I want a monster mutt to come back.
oh my God. Moose. Yeah, I know I said moose ear, moose tusks, moose ears.
What
Us?
is wrong with you?
Some mutating
Been a
moose
long
out
week,
there.
man.
Jay Walker, I built a Volkswagen Iltis a long time ago. Fun fact.
Thank you for the donation. Let's go, Brandon. If it was true moose jaw, it would come painted. Yeah, it came from moose jaw, so it has to be finished when it gets to the final owner.
It's already done.
You can't sell a moose jaw that
Weathered.
isn't painted, like, because that would.
That'd be
It's
wrong.
done and weathered already.
So we are ironically at a tie. And we only have one question left.
Not sure how that happened, but
I don't know.
I don't know
it
how
was
I lost the first ones, but
that was desperation. I mean, that was. I don't know.
This goes back. Sorry, I missed this one. Thanks, Crawler Baller, for that first question. Here's an answer. Make RC four-wheel drive stop sucking. I'm not hearing from them ever again.
Ever. All right, question 5.
Bring it on.
Here's the tiebreaker. No ties here. So again, the theme was manly eye for the RC guy. Be a man. Your YouTube counterpart here feels they need help with their overall presentation to improve their fashion sense to grab more attention. What would you suggest are your counterpart's flaws fashion-wise? And what would you recommend as a makeover for their overall appearance to better their channel?
I'll let Josh go first.
first off, I think Matt needs more buttons. So I'd like to see if we could add buttons between the buttons and maybe one higher. Just a hair higher.
One higher, eh? Okay.
Yeah, just a little bit up there more. I think, let's see, we could get him a 3D printable template for the appropriate amount of curve for the bill of his hats. So, let's see. And then I'm thinking, like the spray for like people with thin hair, but I think it would just be like with a beard template, so we could fill in the appropriate amount of beard like that.
I have a beard.
Yeah, but kind of.
Well, just because mine doesn't grow every 30 seconds.
I'm just saying, like we could just improve, like put this lined and.
Are you done?
Sure.
2 words. House slippers. It's got a nice pair of house slippers. It's all you need.
That will improve on the lack of dislikes and more of the likes, I guess. We're waiting. Do you have it in you?
That's I think.
Later tonight, he's gonna go. Oh, I have it now. Should have said this.
Darn it.
Like we all do.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna try and pry my Crocs away for some insulated. I can't see it.
Well, you were saying it was cold today.
Yeah, you might need him.
It was also wet, so.
Cold and wet.
All right, Moose Jaw.
Never-
The burden is on you.
The burden's on me.
I mean, I'm not feeling all that much pressure.
Just I sense that desperation. Desperation. And then again, here's Matt. 2 words. Gotta give it to Matt, ladies and gentlemen.
Son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch.
Cheers, Joe.
Cheers. So that's 8. So that is now 6-2, I believe it is. I think
That's
maybe
correct.
it might be 7-2. I have to count afterwards. But yeah. Thanks again. I worked hard on that.
That was great. That was a good one.
Say, kids, I'm busy. I gotta type this up real quick.
Dinner's on me, Joe. Yeah, I heard the lesson you gave them today. That's you're gonna get some phone calls on that one.
Yeah, you think so?
Probably.
Oh,
I
did I
can make
make?
my, I can make. It's not the whole movie.
Just certain parts. But don't watch those other parts.
DiCaprio. That takes it home.
You watching Wolf of Wall Street in class?
No.
No, that was no.
No. Just check the chat later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
Check the chat. There will be phone calls, and you'll go, "Oh yeah."
Yeah. I get that now.
I get that now. Cool. That was great. Thank you, Joe. Now, Scalies, you guys were doing some work behind the scenes.
Yeah, I got. I made a separate chat and I compiled some ideas. I know you had some ideas, and as soon as I get email from that other guy, I will send it to you, and you tell me what you like, what you don't like, cut it down, maybe
Great.
add, and I'll kind of clean it up for you and throw it again and keep
I'm-
this going.
Emailing you now.
All right,
Sorry, I'm
Perfect.
not doing that. I'm texting you my email.
your text, big difference.
Texting you my email. Texting you my phone number.
Yes.
All right. I'm saying this.
I'm
goddamn
sorry.
game.
I'm kind of sorry, Josh. I wish I had extra credit,
Mhm.
but I don't give extra credit. No extra credit.
Thank you.
Kids
very
hate me
much.
for it, but that's fine.
Always great having you on. Looking forward to getting through these Scalies and getting that sorted out.
Yep. I think should we wrap that one up for the end of the year, Matt?
The Scalies? I don't know, like time to get that done in the
I
next
don't know.
2 weeks.
I suggested sometime in January.
Okay, that's fine too.
January.
makes
Open the
sense.
fresh year.
Yeah, well, you know what? People need entertainment at the beginning of the year. After
Yes.
they've gone to the gym twice. So
Family.
Yes.
I'm changing my life today.
Yeah.
And
And then
back to-
this
Yeah,
hurts.
just word of advice: don't buy a treadmill.
No.
Don't do it. I
Get a
used to
Planet
play against sports.
Chip.
Come
It's
on in.
$100.
Bring it on back.
Get a Wii. Play
Get
some
a-
tennis.
Yeah. Get an Oculus and play boxing. And then tell me you're in shape. I don't play that game anymore.
All right. Well, before I go, happy holidays. Josh, let me know if you want Jimmy's truck back to send back, or you want me to send it, what have you. And yeah.
Yeah, we'll figure that out. We can.
Yeah.
I can just mail you a label too, or
Oh.
email you electronic mail. You.
Oh wow. That'd be awesome.
Right. So anyway, we'll talk about that soon. Thank you, Joe.
Good
I
night, Joe.
guess.
Good night.
I guess.
See you later, buddy.
Yeah, I know you're not gonna. You're like, oh, I'm done with him. Later. Have a
See
good
you.
night.
Everybody check out Joe's show tomorrow night, Thursday, if you're doing it. That is.
Yeah, maybe we'll discuss how Josh can win. I don't know.
Impossible.
Try to figure it out.
See you later, buddy. Thanks again.
Later. Bye. I'm you know, I gotta fix this again since I got it all wonky when I was trying to fix the. I swear, this thing works. It just does not. It's different every time. Doesn't really even really matter. You mean you winning or it just not functioning? I swear this is an inside joke, and it's being robbed from me as a joke on purpose. I suppose. We'll see. Oh, did I lose your audio somehow? Hold on. Hold, please. Yeah, I realized I lost Matt's audio. Trying to fix that. Oh, there it is. Is it this one?
Our C's on.
There we go. I fixed your audio.
Right, great. That's good. So yeah, pretty busy week here. There's a lot of boxes and a lot of trucks on the ground.
A lot of stuff this week. I did on my Friday Night Live at the end of the show.
Never mind all the PC stuff that came in too.
At the end of the show, I showed the disaster that lives below the camera level in this.
Yeah, somebody told me that in the chat here, and I was like,
yeah. It needs to. It will improve here.
Yeah, my year of no in order to say yes hasn't been working.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you snuck those 5 trucks in under the wire.
Yeah. Next year is definitely going to be a year of no, and definitely less Lexan. Hopefully, I mean, probably not.
That's I mean, other than I'm gonna be flying a lot next year. There's that.
Oh yeah. Oh. You are not going to be flying. If I think we should take bets on how long this plane lasts.
Okay.
Because I don't think it's going to. I just don't think so.
Interesting. I'm wondering how you come to that conclusion.
Well, you're not one for instructions.
Okay. Fair.
Or I mean, you do practice. You know what practice is, but it's hard to practice with a plane.
That's not untrue.
Wes just said never sees a runway.
I mean, an official runway or just like any runway?
No, like any.
I mean, there's a runway not far from my house here.
Over under set at 20 minutes of flight time. There's no way it's going to be 20 minutes.
I mean,
there's no. Didn't he hit a Honda with a quadcopter?
I did hard, but I had more than 20 minutes of flight time on that. that was impressive. That was one of those ones like there's no way it's going to hit the Honda. Like
Cody Vandenberg said it's going to be great on the rocks.
I had posted it in the mod chat. Well, not posted. I was like, I bought something dumb. That was like my message in the mod chat.
Yeah,
and I was like,
I saw it.
I told him it was RC. And then I told him it was a 3-wheel RC. And that threw him off for a minute.
Yeah. Now, I knew what was coming. I could sense it. Yeah, I did. I was like, it's going to be a plane.
It said right in the description, easy to fly. I mean,
it'll last as far as Josh can throw it. Takeoffs 1, landings 0.
I mean, takeoffs and landings are always at least equal.
if he gets it onto a runway, he'll ground loop it and put the motor out its arse.
I don't know what a ground loop is, so there's.
You know, RC Girl knows a lot about flight. I suggest
She's
you
not
reach
far
out to
away
her
from
and
me.
Ask Haley. Ask her how to make it go.
I mean, you make the fucking things spin. Make it spin faster, it should move further. I don't see how this can be that hard. I'm wondering if I can fly it by the end of the year.
You know, my next challenge will be pistol grip radio. That would be an excellent microgram.
Yes. I mean, we tried that once, remember?
We both get with
Kind of.
planes? Well, kind of. But, yeah, that would be a fun challenge, actually. See if we can fly a plane with a pistol grip radio.
I'm up for this.
And that would be hard.
I agree. I feel like you're right.
Oh, God. Be like, is left
Like
up?
how do I go up?
or
I
is
only go
left
left or right. You tilt
Or
like
throttle? You have to like use like a third channel.
I feel like you get into a real tank slapper. What? How many planes do you think we would have to ask Horizon for?
Keep them coming.
Like,
Keep them
what do you got for planes?
standing
Like,
order.
yeah, like what do you have for planes? They'd be like, well,
What's your
we have
cheapest-
hundreds of them. We have this model and this model and this. Like, no. How many of them? Like,
How many of the Timbers do you have? Because the Timbers, I think it's like a pretty easy plane to fly in terms of RC planes. Get us your best trainer,
yeah,
but get us like a
Yeah,
dozen of them. Standing order, actually. Just keep sending them until we say don't.
yeah. I have told the story of my dad flying, and the outcome of that. There was. It's not. It's a decently long story and quite a scary one. But yeah, that's didn't end well. But yeah, let's see. I don't think you'll.
20-second battery and an on-off switch for a throttle. What could go wrong? 20S battery, yeah. 20S battery and an on-off switch for a throttle. What could go wrong?
Yeah. That's actually there.
That's the other thing. I see you building the plane probably fine, no problem there. But then you'll get it and you'll go, what's the battery like that's supposed to be
It's a
used?
great question. I don't know.
3S? You have no idea. Okay. Let's just say
That's
3S. You'll go, I feel like 6S is better.
It doesn't say how many 3S's.
I'm not reading that comment from Oni. That's
I'm
not
just saying.
nice. Actually, it's not. No, that's not. I'm not reading that.
I think we could do the pistol grip thing. I think like you're saying, you put the throttle on the 3 position, crank it,
Yeah.
and then
So
you
it's
just have
on,
up and down
off.
on the trigger, and then you're. Don't worry about the back end. That's fine.
Josh got hit by a drag car. What's going to happen with a plane? Well, he wasn't driving the drag car.
Yeah,
he was just
that's
sitting.
true.
That said, he did hit himself in the foot with his TRX-6.
Also, I mean, you couldn't hardly predicted that thing making that hard left. Like,
Over under a reset to 60 seconds for pistol grip radio.
So yeah, that's all these like safe and trainer things. I'm putting it on a radio. We're just going. It's fine.
I don't know. We went prop. You should have got
Turbine?
You should have got
Ducted fan,
Ducted
yes.
fan.
My other planes are prop, so you know.
Actually, Dana makes a very good point because I've got the DX5 Pro. I have that dial switch, so I could use that.
Right.
Throttle.
I've got that on my Futabas as well.
There you go.
It's right here. That's not it. It's right here.
You only need a 300 milliamp hour battery.
Don't need a whole lot. The small,
Just enough to get it
small,
up. Because we know
it's a smaller fire. This.
Yeah, less Moz to release.
Yeah. I'm just saying, this thing does look really cool.
For now,
yeah.
It's gonna. It's kindling.
I mean, that's that Monaco stuff. Yeah. I'm starting to think of comp body ideas now. I'm like,
Has to be thicker than 040 to get points.
To get hard body points.
What about like? Doesn't it need more to get panels too?
Rigid panel points. I believe that is true, but
is that rigid?
It doesn't have to be rigid panel points. I'm just saying.
You just said rigid.
I'm saying that for what you're saying, yes. But if I'm just wanting like the ultra lightweight comp body,
he should call his plane the lawn dart.
I'll cut that with my vinyl cutter and put it on the side here.
The wall above Josh's head will be a good home for his new plane. I'm actually thinking of mounting that Tamiya pan car diagonally on the wall here.
I thought about hanging the RCPC when I was thinking about keeping it on the wall, like lengthwise up, But
yeah.
I'm not keeping it. So
I told you not to California, but it doesn't work.
Yeah, you told me.
They're disassembling.
Are they?
Though.
That's good.
They're working.
That's good.
Joe had to order an 050 bit from Vanquish.
just to be able to.
Just to get into it.
Did he open it up yet? Do you know?
I don't know. I think so. I think he's working.
Gotcha. I would have loved to have seen that. Like,
He takes pictures.
So
there's a lot of broken stuff in there. Will require some duct tape.
Yeah, more duct tape than was already inside. So yeah, good call.
All right. Well, I think that's probably a good place to end it. We got a lot accomplished tonight. Thank you very much, Josh. As always.
Good stuff. I have a plane to build. I have so much to. I have some.
I've got some boxes to break down.
Some explaining to do out there.
Idiot. This is great. Phantom Works just popped one in here. So Flying Cars 2. Driving. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like that one a lot.
Driving planes.
Driving planes. That's great, man.
I'm
Thank
a plane
you for
driver.
That.
Do we still get to wear leather jackets?
I gotta have the fur on the inside though, or the wool skin, lambskin on the inside. Thank you to Rob DeLeon, Wrapped Graphics, Brian Sherwood, Grimger, Gunnar Nissen, All or None RC, Slow Don, Blind Guy RC, Dom Berlin, Crawler Baller, Aussie RC Queen, Brent Hevener, CCX RC, Crawler Baller. Thanks, guys.
Thank you to Grimger, Gunnar Nissen, Mitch, Edgar, Brian, Sherwood, Slow Don, All or None RC, Blind Guy RC, Logan Garwood, Christopher Little, Gunnar Nissen, Doug Lemoyne, Jimmy Two Horses, Let's Go Brandon, and another one from Brian Sherwood. Thank you, sir. I'll send you a flight radio setup if you need one. I think I actually have a couple. I have a couple of radios that I was using for flying my Delta Wings and my quads. So that's the setup.
I was just writing down driving planes. So it's a good t-shirt idea.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, everybody. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Friday, what are you building, Josh?
I don't know specifically yet. It's a great question. Yet to be answered.
Okay.
I didn't thought about that.
I'll see you guys again next Tuesday for something.
Yeah.
Maybe not. I don't know yet. There'll be. I got to do that RebelCon review. Got to drive the new Max. Got to drive these Jimneys and Cool Wagons.
Save the plane for Friday.
Maybe that's
a pretty good idea.
There you go. Build the plane on Friday.
So Nicole I can just be like moving these wings around, and she can the disappointment in her face. Can you just dodging a fuselage? Just
imagine she will not be joining
you. She will be here. She will be here because she leaves to go back home for the holidays on Saturday, and I will not be.
It's really nice that you guys don't spend the holidays together.
We would have this year, but the travel cost this year through the roof if I was not trying to be gone for 3 weeks like she is. So I have 3 weeks, basically. So much stuff that I could.
You're going to get so much accomplished.
I will miss her greatly, but I will get so much accomplished.
Of course, if she's watching. All right, guys, have a great evening. I'll see you next week, and Josh will catch up with you.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Love you. Bye.